to another tutorial with me. My name is Crafty JoJo and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. And today I want to show you this card that I made a couple of weeks ago, and so many people asked for a tutorial, so originally the idea is not from me, and I actually forgot who it was. I think a certain Caroline, Crafty Caroline posted it, and I amended the card slightly, so I didn't make a one-to-one copy of her tutorial. I completely made my own design, but the idea of the sliding mechanism apparently is not my idea, so I can't take credit for that. But anyway, so many of you asked how to do it, so I'm going to show you how I did it. So first of all, this is what the card does. This pushes down and reveals the actual greeting, and then it has this element here at the back that can slide out like so, and it can be freely arranged however you like it. So it actually stands up like a table decoration, and it's quite cute and also simple to make. So I'm going to show you how I did it, and hopefully you're going to like it and can follow my tutorial. So I'm going to tell you what we will need. First of all, you need cardstock. So I'm not going to create exactly the same card like I did last time. So this is a different color. This is rose red, and it measures 5 1/4 by 11. So 5 1/4 by 11 inches. And then this is going to be the body, the box, literally, that folds and holds the mechanism. Then you have a piece of cardstock, that's the background for your mat, and it measures 6 inches by 4 1/4. And then you have your white mat that's going to be stamped with your greeting, sentiment, design, whatever you want to pop on there. And it measures 4 inches by 5 3/4 inch. And then you need a piece, because I'm going to decorate my card with vellum flowers that I've painted, so I need a piece of vellum for this project, which I'm going to stamp. I've already prepped 3 flowers, the 3 basic flowers here. The ones that are on the panel I've already done, but the ones that are on my sentiment here I still have to stamp, so I'm going to show you how to do this. So that's why I have got a piece of vellum, and then I've already prepped this. I've stamped my sentiment with Versamark and have heat embossed it, and this is heat embossed in white. This is not the one I'm going to use. The one I'm going to use, I have actually heat embossed with a lilac color to match the heat embossing on my flower. So and also I have used a die cut. Anything shaped like this you can use to cut out your how do I call this? Yeah, it's a sentiment, but I mean the thing that slides up from the back, you know, this part here. How do you call it actually? It's a hidden panel. So this panel has been cut out with this. So you have to go through your stash and see which size matches up your sentiment that you're going to use, and then cut it. And also I haven't left it as wide as it was. As you can see, I have slimmed it down to 2.5 inch. So if you leave it big like this, it won't be hiding completely behind your card, because if you have a look at the back side, you can see you actually have to play around a bit to see how big you can make it or leave it, so that it will still be able to fold 100% back to your card. All right, so I just noticed that I forgot to prep my acetate, so I need an acetate strip as well. So I'm quickly going to cut acetate and I will be back. So here are my 2 strips of acetate. I've made them, that was just like eyeballed, 2 3/4 inch, and they are like sorry, that's centimeters, like 1/2 inch wide. And I've cut 2, and I'm going to layer them with the double-sided sticky tape together. Do not use wet glue, because wet glue will show, and then your bit here won't be transparent, so it doesn't look really nice. So I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape. Hopefully that's not going to see, because I think this one was one piece that I didn't even glue together. I just folded it. Yes, this was a long strip and I just folded it. I didn't add any glue whatsoever, but this time I have to glue because I don't have a long strip left. So I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape. I'll be back shortly. Alright, so I'm back, and I have to say, with the double-sided sticky tape, hasn't worked at all. It looks horrible. You can see it through. So I had to go back in, find a piece of long acetate, like a full sheet, and I cut a strip like so, and I'm going to fold it in half and not add any glue in between whatsoever. Just going to fold it in half, use my bone folder to fold it really well, and later on, so like this, it stays clear, because it's going to have a brad in both ends anyway to allow the turning movement, so it'll be all right like this. So actually, if you want to have a look, this one is in the flower and this one, okay, probably this one I have to put into, I can't put it in the flower because the flower is going to be from vellum, so I will probably have to put a brad in somewhere here. Never mind, I'll so this one will be slightly different just because of the materials that I've chosen to use. So okay, let's get cracking. I've given you the measurements. First of all, we need to do some scoring, or maybe I don't start with the scoring. I'm going to start quickly with the heat embossing, and I'm using a beautiful flower, which is this one. Wait a minute, this is the wrong stamp. This is from the Falling Flower set. And where are the falling flowers? Can't find my stamp set now. Well, the Stampin' Up flower stamp set, Falling Flowers, and it's really pretty because this is the way it's going to look. And I'm going to quickly use my Versamark and print 3 of these. 1, 2. And the third one, 3. And then I haven't used white. I must admit, I have used this one, which is Metallic Lilac Ultra High from Wow, which was a freebie in one of the craft magazines ages ago. And I'm quickly going to heat emboss this, and then I'm going to show you how I actually got my flower to be purple. It's really pretty. Like so. First my dogs wanted to go out in the garden. Now I let them out. I started feeling they are barking and want to come back in. I can't believe this. So don't worry about the strays here, because we're going to punch out the flowers anyway with the pansy punch. So I'm going to heat emboss this and I will be back. So this is what it looks like once it's heat embossed, and you can see that it has this metallic shimmer to it. I really love it, and I'm quickly going to color it in. So I use a different piece of scrap cardstock, and I use an alcohol marker, and I'm just going to color in the backside of my vellum like so. On all 3 flowers, and then I'm going to use the pansy punch to punch it out. So you can actually use any other pens as well. You can use your watercolor pens and blend them if you like, though that will create some drying time. Vellum is not easy to use watercolor pencils on, so I prefer the alcohol markers because they straight away dry. This is a chameleon pen, but we've also got the non-alcoholic pens from Stampin' Up, which I haven't tried for this technique, so but I reckon to color the flower in from the back side you can use anything literally, but for transparency I just love the alcohol markers. Dry quickly and the effect is just like wow, I love it. So this is how I'm going to color them in. You don't have to be super precise, because apparently this is going to be the back side of your flower and you can only see the front when you've applied them to your cards, so it doesn't matter if you just try to not exceed. Just to show you what it looks like. This is the effect, and it's just wow, isn't it? I love it. So I'm just going to finish this off. Let me just crack on with this, and then we can carry on with the tutorial. This is a time waste. I should have prepped it, but I thought I'm going to show you how I do it, because otherwise I'll have a lot of comments in the comment box how did you do the flowers? So here we go. Heat embossing is a very versatile technique, and especially if you heat emboss on vellum, you can always color in from the front as well as the back side, because the heat embossing works as a barrier. So also if you heat emboss on watercolor paper and then use your watercolor pens, you don't color in from the back side, you color in from the front side using the embossed outlines as your natural border, so it won't spread beyond that, and that looks just awesome. So here we go. This is already dusted and done, and I'm going to use the pansy punch because that is the punch that is coordinated with the flower shop, and I am going to punch out my flowers like so. Come on, vellum is a bit bent from heat embossing. So as you can see, it saves a lot of time because no fussy cutting or anything. You just punch out your beautiful flower in one go. 1, 2, and number, come on, 3. Here we go. So this is my flowers for the top part, because the bottom part is already done, so I can set these aside because I'm going to leave them like so, whilst for the bottom I actually stamped 6 to create 3 flowers that are slightly, I just poked it in the middle with a pokey tool like so, and then it comes up. You have to be careful because this flower apparently has a lot of heat embossing in the center, so you have some cracks here which are not going to be seen when I put my pearl or diamond in. I haven't my rhinestone in. I haven't decided yet what I'm going for, but when you poke it, be careful if you go for this flower. Actually, another flower from the stamp set that might be more suitable is like this one. It's also very pretty, but it's not a color match, although the orange would have worked as well, but no. Orange and red rose, I'm not sure. Well, anyway, I've decided to go for the purple one, so we are going to go for purple. Now it's time to set all this to the side and we get scoring. So I'm going to give you the measurements for the score lines on this part, and we are only going to score on the long side. And you pop it on your, can you see it? Yes, you pop it on here. And you will get your stylus, and I'm going to score at 1 inch all the way down. I'm going to score at 2 3/4 of an inch, which is here, and then at 3 3/4, which is here, and then 5 1/2, 7 1/4, 8 1/4, and on 10. So these are our score lines, and that's it. You're not going to score any more of that, but you need to do some cutting, because apparently the middle score line, this is the 5 1/2 inch score line, is the one that holds the opening for your sliding card. And as you can see, I've cut it in with my craft knife slightly wider than my card is, and leaving like 1/4 of an inch on both sides. So you have to eyeball this, and I'm quickly going to cut this for you now so you can see how I do it. I need to get my cutting mat because I don't want to cut my paper. So do not fold it, because if you fold it, it's very likely that it's going to tear. I can't find my craft knife. Here it is. So this is my card that needs to fit through here. So I'm going to make myself like a mark, maybe from the back side so you can't see it. So this is the card that will slide through. So I'm just going to mark here and here. So this is roughly this. Between these 2 marks, I have to cut my cardstock, and I'm going to use a knife and a metal ruler, and I try to be exactly on my score line. and I cut it. And that's why it was important that you haven't burnished and fold this bit here. Just leave it as it is. Just make sure that it's wide enough for your card to just so fit through, and it's not so just a tiny bit making it wider. And now it fits. Perfect fit. Alright, so my card fits in the slit. This is exactly what we want, so this is going to slide easily. And now we can actually put this away and burnish and fold our score lines. So here we go. We burnish and fold. Do not burnish and fold this score line. Leave it unburnished. That will be a bit more stable and add some stability to the whole thing. And now you already see how things come together, because apparently these two end bits here, they will fold inwards like so. And they are the ones that will hold the card in the middle. So this is how it's going to be glued together. And that's the whole magic of it. And like that, it allows you to fold up. As you can see, it folds and it comes up. Alright, so like so. You can't see it now really well. Anyway, trying to demonstrate something that's not working yet is stupid. Sorry for that. Alright, so this is this done. So we can set this aside and we have to start working on our panel. And this is about the stamping. So I have used for my original card, I have used the Stamp Set Birthday Blast, and this is a really pretty big design, and it fits on the width of this panel, fits perfectly. So the Celebrate, and also the Celebrate You is the sentiment from this, so I'm actually going to use this. And we also have, I forgot to cut the white panels, we still have to do some more because I forgot to mention these. Oh yeah, this is her typical Ute Johnson tutorial, sorry for that. We still have to cut more white panels, but it's about how to get this thing together. So let me show you how I'm going to stamp this. So apparently you have to be sure that when you stamp your main design that you stick to the upper part, because this piece of your cardstock here will be inside and will never emerge from your sliding mechanism. So if you have a design printed down here, you won't be able to see it. So you have to leave out like this area here, like the width of your ruler. You're not stamping on this. So anything that goes on your panel must be above this. And I'm going to use my stamps, which I've already mounted. And I'm going to start with the Sentiment, the Celebrate, which will go on like, I'm just going to make me a tiny little mark here so that I know where to not to stamp, stay above that line. And I'm going to stamp my Celebrate You in a color coordinated. This is rose red cardstock, and actually I think I'm going to stamp it in purple because my flowers are purple, so this will stand out. I'm going to stamp it in purple. I think rich raspberry will look good, so here we go. Going to load my stamp, make sure it's the right way I'm going to place it. And then you aim, try to center it, Celebrate slightly. I think like so, I'm not sure. Yeah, right, it was just the other way around. Great. I'm going to do it again on the back side. Sorry for that. Let me see if I stamp it like this. Oh, alright, just straight then. Now I don't have my marks. Anyway. Alright, so this is the Sentiment stamped, and then we are going to put our main design on. That's the big stamp. It's really huge, so I'm going to load it up. Actually, and then try to place it halfway decent. All right. So this is your card, actually stamped. I'm not 100% satisfied with my stamping here, but it's just a tutorial. And on top of it all, for a customer, I wouldn't leave the card like this anyway. Well, it's going to be glued on here now. That's the next bit we're going to do, so it doesn't matter. But I would redo the stamping if it was for a customer. All right, so here we go. I'm going to use double-sided tape. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4. Just going to quickly peel it off. I don't know if you can hear our lambs in the kitchen. We've got 3 baby lambs. Actually, we've got near enough to 50 baby lambs out on the fields. Our herd has been delivering over the last 2 weeks, but 3 actually had been abandoned by the parents, by their mothers, and we are hand rearing them with a bottle because they were really very, very small and weak. And now they are tame, so they want to come indoors, stay with their human mama and papa. So they're hungry and my husband is about to feed them. So this is your panel that is going to be glued to the center of your box. So in order to glue this on, you would need to feed it through your slit that you cut out before, like so. And now what you're going to do is you want to fold it in. Well, actually, this is how I glued it on. Yeah, now I remember. Sorry for that. So I'm just going to add glue. Try to put it as central as possible. Make a mark with a pen. And I'm going to add glue to this part here. Wet glue. And then I'm going to glue my card in. My bottle is, bear with me. Alright, I got my bottle going. So we are going to add our wet glue. You need wet glue so that you will still be able to correct the position of your card. So this is the first bit. Carefully push your card through. Position it between your marks. Like so. Now you're going to do exactly the same with the front of your card, but this time also exceeding your panel because apparently the other side needs to be covered as well. And you bring this in and you fold it over and you pop it on like so. And this is what you end up with. So if you press down here, this is how your card stands up. And this is your panel that is still not 100% dry, but this is how it stands up, and this is the main thing. So now I would actually quickly need to create my white panels and stamp those as well. So if you want to give me 5 minutes, and I will be back and also give you the measurements. Alright, good news, I'm back. So we need 2 panels, the same size, and they measure 1.5 inch by 5, and this one measures 3/4 of an inch by 5. And I'm going to use a beautiful border from the freebie. Delicate Details is this one here. Delicate Details, and it was a celebration freebie, and I really love it. As you can see, it has really beautiful laces and borders, can be used as borders or frames and whatever. I really love it. It's pretty, and I'm going to go back with my rich raspberry. So what I did was I lined, I have to stamp it. I hope you can see it. If I pull it, no you can't. So probably my stamping is going to be dodgy now because I have to stamp in centered so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to charge my stamp, and then I'm going to place it like so, and load it again. And come in from the other side, and this is the problem, I can't really see. This is probably going to be dodgy because I can't aim properly, but yeah, as I said, it's going to be dodgy, so I don't really want to glue this on. But this is actually going here, and it's going to be covered with a bit of, oh, now I even put a fingerprint on it. It's getting worse at the minute. So you know what, let me just do the stamping. So this is going to be stamped like this, and the same design is going on here, but just with wider distance. So I'm going to stamp this properly, and I will be back. Alright, so I'm back here now. Finally managed to stamp it, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the panels on top of here. Just going to use wet glue and quickly glue these on. One goes to the back side, one goes to the front side, and this tiny one goes to here. Alright, so this is what we're going to do next, and this is easy peasy. I'm actually going to flatten my card to give this a good rub. Just straight halfway. All right. Oh, it was still not dry. Look, it's smudged again. Well, I will be back. So I've now used my heat tool to dry it, and hopefully that has done the job now. Now look at this. Everything is going wrong in this tutorial. I don't believe it. Oh my god, what a mess. Sorry for that. I'm not impressed with my skills today. Alright, so I'm going to try and glue this on without smudging it again, but it should be dry like the desert Gobi, because now there's no glue left. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Never give up. Crafting is a challenge. So, yeehaw! I finally managed to put my panels on. Okay, we're getting there. Quickly put my glue away. So, as I said before, I have prepped 3 flowers, and I'm going to glue them on to the front panel. If only I managed to ever get some glue out from this. So this is my first flower. My second flower, that is going to cover up my smudged bit there. brilliant. And the third flower in the center. So this looks already pretty. Once this has set, I'm going to add a rhinestone or something similar. Maybe, yeah, I think I'm going to add a rhinestone. Alright, so we're nearly there. This smudged bit goes in the bin. Now it's about how to attach the hidden part that slides out, and apparently you need to make a hole in your top here. So I'm going to use my circle punch, the handheld, and I'm just going to make a hole, and I'm going to do the same with my acetate strip. It was just a piece of long acetate, and there's no glue in between to leave it clear. I'm just going to fold it flat, and I'm actually going to use this end, get a hole in there as well. So this is going to be attached with a brad. Unfortunately, I don't have any silver brads. I just got the golden ones, but they are the mini ones, so they're really tiny, which is important because the other ones are longer, and then that end will stick out. So apparently this is going to be hidden to the back of the card. So this is how I'm going to attach it. And I really give it a good press down, because it needs to be sturdy enough. So alright, so the next thing is, because I have to apparently manage to still be able to hide it to the back side. So if I put this like so, this could actually still, alright, so this, oh, my flower wasn't dry yet, oh dear. Well, this is the tutorial where literally everything goes wrong, so there you go. Crafting is a challenge. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out how and where to place my second brad. So, because I can't put the brad inside the center of this flower like I did here, because this is the flower is stronger than my vellum, so I can't use the vellum flower. I can use it to cover up, but I would need to, I think I'm going to pop my hole here. Yeah, make a hole here. And then I'm going to pop my brad on. So this goes through here. And through there. Going to open it first of all. If you find it slightly too long, which I think is the case here, I'm going to cut this a bit shorter. Alright, as you can see, I've taken off like 3/8 of an inch or something and shortened it, and I think this is better. And now what's left to do is place the flowers. So apparently this flower needs to go somewhere else. Maybe I'm going to cover up my brad like this. I'm going to glue this flower on. I want to show you how my thoughts. It's, you know, this is a lot of eyeballing, and because, you know, this normally it would be that the brad would have been the center of this flower, but then my flower is going to cover up my sentiment. So I have to place the flower below my sentiment, but if I only glue it on like here, and I'm going to use a dimensional, so it's high as that, this should work. So I'm going to find a dimensional. Love this stuff. and I'm going to pop my dimensional on here, peel it off, and then I'm going to eyeball my flower to cover up the, yes, works beautifully. As you can see, it covers up my second brad nicely, and I'm happy with that. And the other two are actually going to be glued on here, so I'm going to use normal glue. Just like so. And how did I do this one? Like so. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on here and some glue on here, and I'm going to kind of. All right. Okay, we're almost there. So this is my sentiment that can be moved to, you know, because if you really press hard on your brad, your sentiment will stay in literally any position. You can put it up, you can put it sideways, you can put it to this side, which is also kind of cute. I like it. Now what's left to do is some basic elements like a ribbon around here, and I'm going to add some rhinestones to the centers of my flowers. Going to bend them up a bit as well, and then that's it. So bear with me, I'm quickly going to get my rhinestones. Alright, so I have added rhinestones to the centers of my flowers, and what's left to do is get a ribbon. So I've got my ribbon dispenser here, and I think actually this might be quite nice because it has the purple as well as the pink, and adds grey to it. I'm not sure if I want this. I can't make a decision. Which one am I going to take? Or maybe this. Oh, I'm going to go for this. Alright, so you need quite a large piece, so twice the length to go around it. And that's it. Ended. Decision made. I'm not going to take this. This was the last bit of my ribbon. So I have to stick to something else. So probably it's going to be this. So 1, 2, and that. Alright, so this literally just goes through your whole card. And all I did was I tied a knot to it. So I'm going to fiddle this, not on camera, and just show you a finished picture, but I'm not even sure it's nice. I don't know, I don't like it. Okay, I'm going to go for this one then. Alright, here we go. What a pain. This is the most hilarious tutorial I've ever done, because nothing works out the way I want it. Although it's not 100% color match, I just want to get this finished now, so okay. Bear with me. Alright, good news. I finally managed to finish off my make. So this is my ribbon. I just didn't tie a bow, I just made a knot in it, and I trimmed the ends, and this is my freely movable sentiment. You can move it to the side, and the flowers are finally stuck in place, the diamonds are in. This is how the card folds flat, and then you just turn it away to the back side of your card, and you could actually create an envelope that's big enough to hold this card. And so my camera cut me off again. So I was trying to say, so you can finally create an envelope that is big enough to hold this card, and then send it away in style. Maybe make an envelope box, because it has a bit of height as well, some dimension. It's not entirely flat, but of course it's up to you. Or you just give it away like so, however you like it, or maybe put it up as a table decoration. If it's somebody's birthday, maybe your daughter's birthday, that would be nice. And yeah, I hope you like my little make. Thanks for watching all this. Probably very entertaining for you, because so many things went wrong, but that's just the way it is when I craft. So I'm not gonna cover this up. This is just, sometimes things go wrong. But I'm glad I finally managed to pull this off. So here you go. Now you know how to do it. The measurements will be on my blog again. So do not forget to subscribe to my channel. There's a little button there at the bottom right corner. You can press subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Also, you can subscribe to my blog and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram, wherever you want to find me. The links are all in the description box of this video. Thanks for watching me, and have a nice Easter weekend. Happy crafting, and goodbye.